There we are. Okay, got it. Hello. All right, as always, takes a second to get oriented every week. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope that everybody had a chance to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day. I think it is the best day we've had so far. It was gorgeous. I actually was in the library today, and afterwards I took a nice long walk all around the lake and all up and down Woodfield, and it was wonderful. Beautiful day for it. So I hope everybody got to enjoy the day. Um, Now that it's light out like this, I actually don't have a cup of anything. I do have, I found this in the back of my fridge. It's like the best little surprise. Do you ever have those surprises where you think you finished something and you were done with it, and then you're going through your fridge looking for food, and you say to yourself, oh, I thought these were all gone. This is my favorite from Trader Joe's. It's like an apple cider vinegar beverage, but it just tastes like ginger and lemon, and it's really good. There's really not that much sugar in it. It's mostly sparkling water and apple, ginger, lemon, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. It's really good. I feel like all winter on Tuesdays I would have my hot chocolate or my tea or whatnot, and I would be ready for bed. But now that it's lighter, I'm eating a little later too. That whole circadian rhythm thing, I guess that's what that is. So so this is my cup tonight for right now. I almost always have tea before bed, so I'll probably make some tea after I'm done with this. Um, yes, but it is Tuesday, so if you are reading anything exciting that you want to share, or you finished reading something that you loved or hated, let me know about it. This week I am reading, I just started it last night, so I'm not very far into it. This one was super, super popular last year, and I guess the year before it came out, mid 2019. This is Lori Gottlieb's Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. And I'm not that far into it at all, as you can see, but it is entertaining and it is eye-opening and it is nice. The subtitle on this is A Therapist, Her Therapist, and Our Lives Revealed. Um, so the basic premise of the book so far is that she tells stories of clients, of course, changing names and combining situations from some clients that go together, so she's not really revealing anything, but just sharing some general stories that are relatable that she then applies to her life. So this is less of a book about like everybody should go to therapy and let me tell you what's wrong with you and let me psychoanalyze you, but about like lots of people should be going to therapy and here are the things that I learn about myself and about people in general. You know, it's less of a like psychoanalyst book and more of a just revelation about life kind of book so far. And the book opens on her just having her own emotional crisis and how she deals with it herself, how she herself needs therapy. And she talks about your therapist definitely has a therapist, and their therapist definitely has a therapist, and their therapist definitely has a therapist. Um, and it's just nice to read just about all of the different people and the different situations, and just to read about life in general. So I am enjoying this book. Um, I do think that I need to switch though to reading like nonfiction during the day and maybe trying to read fiction at night. I think when I read nonfiction before bed, am I have too many thoughts percolating in my head, and I don't calm down to go to sleep as well as I do when I read fiction before bed. um, so I should probably have two books going in my rotation, um, which I actually might try to do. I do have a young adult one that I've been saying I was going to read for a couple of weeks. I think I need to return it in about a week and a half, so I should probably read that one. But yeah, that's my reading life right now, is finally picking this one up. It was so, so, so popular. The audio Oh, I feel like I just saw the audiobook for this somewhere. I don't know. It is definitely on Libby too. Um, I don't remember where. I was like, oh, I could share that this is where the thing is. I can open it on my phone, but um, but yeah, so it is available online as well. But yeah, this was hard to get your hands on. And then I think I checked it out right before the pandemic started last year. And then I said to myself, ooh, I should bring things back to the library. Why? Why should I bring things back? Nobody's going to have access to any of the things. What I ended up doing a week later was going in and taking a bunch of stuff when I got all my supplies for my crafts and Friday Friends and things. um, yeah, so I'm interested to see if it lives up to the hype, which I think it will. It's interesting so far. I'm enjoying reading it. I'm having a good time. So see if it lives up to all of the hype that it's had over the past few years. Let's see. We have some new books today. A lot of them are not on Libby yet. As usual, we can go through Hoopla and see what's new on Hoopla if my phone will open up. I think I saw also, for those of you who are still waiting for or looking for American Dirt, I think the audio book of American Dirt is on Hoopla right now, so you don't need to wait for it. All of the Harry Potter books are available as audiobooks on Hoopla. The Dutch House is available as an audiobook. Virgin River by Robin Carr is available as an audiobook. The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, which is so popular. Those are all available as audiobooks with no wait. And then what about ebooks? Those Bridgerton novels, those are on here. Those Bridgerton novels. They are all on here with no wait because there's a long wait for them on Libby and at the libraries, that's for sure. Let's see what else is on Hoopla right now. Nothing that I haven't mentioned before. There's some New York Times bestsellers that are on here. Women's History Month for kids and teens. Let's see if there's anything new on video. Oh, Daddy Daycare, that was cute. I think I reviewed that last year. I think I watched it last year and reviewed it. That was cute. Let's see. Of course, there's spring romance movies on Hoopla. What else? What other movies are on here? Exploring Jewish culture and traditions, especially with Passover in mind. Reflection. There we go. Oh, some screwball comedy, including His Girl Friday and A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. Forum is great. Actors we love, Meg Ryan. The Magic School Bus. So don't forget to check out Hoopla. Okay, so let's see what we've got that's new this week. As I'm sure everybody knows, Dean Koontz has a new one out. This is called The Other Emily. A twisting journey of lost love, impossible second chances, and terrifying promises. Let's see if I can pull up the whole blurb for that one. A decade ago, Emily Carlino vanished after her car broke down on a California highway. She was presumed to be one of serial killer Ronnie Lee Jessup's victims, whose remains were never found. Writer David Thorne still hasn't recovered from losing the love of his life or from the guilt of not being there to save her. Since then, he's sought closure any way he can. He even visits regularly with Jessup in prison, desperate for answers about Emily's final hours, so he may finally lay her body to rest. Then, David meets Madison Sutton, beguiling, playful, and keenly aware of all David has lost. But what really takes his breath away is that everything about Madison, down to her kisses, is just like Emily. As the fantastic becomes credible, David's obsession grows, Madison's mysterious past deepens, and terror escalates. Is she Emily or an irresistible dead ringer? Either way, the ultimate question is the same. What game is she playing? Whatever the risk in finding out, David's willing to take it for this precious second chance. It's been 10 years since he's felt this inspired, this hopeful, and this much in love. And he's afraid. That one sounds really interesting. Dean Koontz's books always super, super, super popular. So I know a lot of people are always looking forward to that as well. Let me open up Libby again. And see what we've got in here. I always like to try to show the book covers when I can, but they're not always on Libby. This one's not on Libby, but everyone is waiting for this one. This is Lisa Scottolini, Eternal. Everyone is waiting for that one. It's not on Libby yet, just yet. Again, we always say World War II fiction, so, so popular. What war destroys, only love can heal. Elisabetta, Marco, and Sandro grow up as the best of friends despite their differences. Elisabetta is a feisty beauty who dreams of becoming a novelist. Hi. Did you just hear her like get grumpy? Just get grumpy with me while I was reading that? Do you want to say hi before I finish reading this? You want to say hi to everyone? Yes, say hello. Yes. She was sleeping, but I guess she heard me talking, so say hi, Licorice. Okay, she's gonna sit down. That means we're good. We're good. Yes, I saw your message before on Instagram that you're excited for Eternal. Yes. Everybody is waiting for that one. Let's finish reading the blurb because it sounds really, really good. Right, you're gonna listen? Okay. Normally she's trying to climb up here. Marco, the brash and athletic son of a family of professional cyclists, and Sandro, a Jewish mathematics prodigy, kind-hearted and thoughtful, the son of a lawyer and a doctor. Their friendship blossoms to love, with both Sandro and Marco hoping to win Elisabetta's heart. But in the autumn of 1937, all of that begins to change as Mussolini asserts his power, aligning Italy's fascists with Hitler's Nazis, and altering the very laws that govern Rome. In time, everything that the three hold dear, their families, their homes, and their connection to one another, is tested in ways they could never have imagined. As anti-Semitism takes legal root and World War II erupts, the threesome realizes that Mussolini was only the beginning. The Nazis invade Rome, and with their occupation comes new atrocities against the city's Jews, culminating in a final horrific betrayal. Against this backdrop, the intertwined fates of the three and their families will be decided in a heartbreaking story of both the best and the worst that the world has to offer. I'm sorry, did that bore you? This sounds really interesting. She's yawning. Unfolding over decades, Eternal is a tale of loyalty and loss, family and food, love and war, all set in one of the world's most beautiful cities at its darkest moment. This moving novel will be forever etched in the hearts and minds of readers. It sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. Yeah? What do you think? Are you still gonna yawn about it? Well, she just woke up from a nap, so I forgive her. Let's see what else was on here. This is good for fans of horror and suspense. I like this pick because it's definitely been anticipated and kind of mainstreamed thanks to Publishers Weekly, Pop Sugar, Goodreads, of course, and library reads, but it's actually, I believe, from an indie publisher, which is great. I love to see that kind of stuff breaking into the forefront to the point where we're like, let's let's grab it. Let's get it. This is called The Lost Village by Camilla Sten. It's a creepy cover. It's creepy on its own. And it's got a long, long holds list, which is nice. I like to see that. I like to see that people are all excited about the same kind of thing, so we can all talk about it. The Blair Witch Project meets Midsummer in this brilliantly disturbing thriller. Documentary filmmaker Alice has been obsessed with the vanishing residents of the old mining town dubbed the Lost Village since she was a little girl. In 1959, her grandmother's entire family disappeared in this mysterious tragedy. And ever since, the unanswered questions surrounding the only two people who were left, a woman stoned to death in the town center and an abandoned newborn, have plagued her. She's gathered a small crew of friends in the remote village to make a film about what really happened. But there will be no turning back. Not long after they've set up camp, mysterious things begin to happen. Equipment is destroyed, people go missing. As doubt breeds fear and their very minds begin to crack, one thing becomes startlingly clear to Alice. They are not alone. They're looking for the truth, but what if it finds them first? Come find out. And it's some of the little blurbs are relentlessly creepy and impossible to stop reading. Which I think that's it sounds pretty good. I don't usually like to read creepy things, but I thought that that one sounded really good. Yeah. Okay, she's just yawning a lot because she woke up from her nap. Stuart Woods has another in the Stone Barrington series, Double Jeopardy. The Maisie Dobbs series by Jacqueline Winspear has The Consequences of Fear. I actually just had somebody call today to ask for some of the first ones in the series. And we were talking about how no matter what, this series, this Maisie Dobbs series, is so popular, and we were laughing because the first book, I think, came out in early 2000s, the first book in the series, and there are still lots of copies checked out, so we were talking about how we know it's a worthwhile book for her to wait for, because you know, it's just that enduringly popular thing that tells you, okay, this is a winner. And she has been enjoying reading some of the other books in the series, but she said, you know, I want to see where it all begins. So again, that one's called The Consequences of Fear for all of our Maisie Dobbs fans. James Patterson has The Palm Beach Murders. That one came out. The wealthiest zip code in Florida doesn't just have billionaires, yachts, and private planes. It also has the best murder plots money can buy. And so this is just a small collection. So the title one is The Palm Beach Murders, which is previously published as Let's Play Make Believe. Another shorts, I guess more like novella. I don't know if I'd call them short stories. One called Stingrays and another one called Nooners. So we just got that one as well. That one was just released today. Heather Graham has a new one, Danger in Numbers. On the edge of the Everglades, an eerie crime scene sets off an investigation that sends two agents deep into the world of corrupted faith, greed, and deadly secrets. This one sounds interesting. A ritualistic murder on the side of a remote road brings in the Florida State Police. Special Agent Amy Larson has never seen worse, and there are indications that this killing could just be the beginning. The crime draws the attention of the FBI in the form of Special Agent Hunter Forrest, a man with insider knowledge of how violent cults operate, and a man who might never be able to escape his own past. The rural community is devastated by the death in their midst, but people know more than they are saying. As Amy and Hunter join forces, every lead takes them further into the twisted beliefs of a dangerous group that will stop at nothing to see their will done. Doomsday preppers and small-town secrets collide in this sultry, twisty, page-turning thriller. That sounds really good. Sounds interesting. Okay, now we're having a bath. Now we're having bath time on my lap, which is rude. Uh, this one has really, really high demand. The format on this blurb is a little weird, so excuse me as I stumble through this. This one was not on Libby, no. This is Every Vow You Break by Peter Swanson. Abigail Baskin never thought she'd fall in love with a millionaire. Then she met Bruce Lamb. He's a good guy, stable, level-headed, kind, refreshing twist from her previous relationships. But right before the wedding, Abigail has a drunken one-night stand on her bachelorette weekend. Oh, I know, she just shook her head no. That sounds terrible. Why would you do that? Now she's gone. She's not interested. She puts the incident and the sexy guy who wouldn't give her his real name out of her mind and now believes she wants to be with Bruce for the rest of her life. Then the mysterious stranger suddenly appears, and Abigail's future life and happiness are turned upside down. He insists that their passionate night was the beginning of something much, much more. Something special, something real, and he's tracked her down to prove it. Does she tell Bruce and ruin their idyllic honeymoon and possibly their marriage? Or should she handle this psychopathic stalker on her own? To make the situation worse, strange things begin to happen. She sees a terrified woman in the night shadows, and no one at the resort seems to believe anything is amiss, including her perfect new husband. So that is a brand new psychological thriller. Again, it's called Every Vow You Break. And the little tagline to that one is, "The lies started with I do." Ooh. Some really interesting sounding ones today. This is a young adult one, but I loved this author's first books, Aiden Thomas. Their first book was called Cemetery Boys. I believe I raved and raved and raved about Cemetery Boys in several videos. They wrote just such a beautiful, special book with Cemetery Boys, and their newest book was released today called Lost in the Neverwoods, and even though it's a young adult book, I just wanted to share it because, I actually didn't check to see if this one was on Libby, because I can't wait to read it. I have to process it first, and then I will probably take it home and read it for myself. Is it on here? Because I also think the cover is beautiful. No, it's not on Libby yet, but the cover is really pretty. It's all like purples and blues and woods, but the trees are kind of forming. Let me see if I can find it on Goodreads quickly, just because I really like the cover. I tell you all the time, I judge a book by the cover. Let's see. Lost in the... Oh, there it is. Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas. Look at that cover. It's so nice. It's kind of hard to see on here, but this is all purple and blue, and then you can see the faces in the center of what are trees. When children start to go missing in the local woods, a teen girl must face her fears and a past she can't remember to rescue them in this atmospheric young adult novel. It's been 5 years since Wendy and her two brothers went missing in the woods, but when the town's children start to disappear, the questions surrounding her brother's mysterious circumstances are brought back into the light. Attempting to flee her past, Wendy almost runs over an unconscious boy lying in the middle of the road. Peter, a boy she thought lived only in her stories, asks for Wendy's help to rescue the missing kids, but in order to find them, Wendy must confront what's waiting for her in the woods. So I love the way Aiden Thomas writes, so I'm really excited for that. Every now and then there's a young adult novel that comes out that I just get so pumped for because I know the reviews have been really good, or the I know I like the author, and I just loved Cemetery Boys so much so that I'm really excited to read their newest book. So, that was that one. That was that one. I'm just looking at the I mean, obviously I'm looking at the Goodreads the Goodreads ratings. It has 4 stars. Um, but it's obviously like a spoof, or Aiden actually said right on the Goodreads page. It's basically fanfic because I live for romance tropes, so they have a good sense of humor. But so that's really exciting. And then I've got one more for you. I mean, there are so many books that come out every week, it's hard for me to do them all, but there's this one more. This is a regular, this is an adult book. A Question Mark is Half a Heart by Sophia Lundberg. How deeply can you love when your heart is full of secrets? A sweeping, propulsive family story about a woman learning to love, from the bustle of New York's fashion scene to a remote, wind-swept Swedish island. Oh yeah, this one. The description got cut off. Okay, let's go back to Goodreads. Goodreads is gonna save us. Goodreads is gonna save us. Because this one wasn't on Libby either. A question mark. Yes, I have a heart. Let's see. There we go. Here's the whole. So I can also show you the cover now too, so you can see. There it is. It's a cute cover. Ellen has the perfect life, a successful photographer. She lives in New York with her husband Sam and their 17-year-old daughter Alice. But something has always been missing. When Ellen receives a letter from her childhood friend Frederick on the Swedish island of Gotland, memories come flooding back of a past she has tried to forget and a terrible secret she has shared with nobody, a secret that made her flee the island and never return. Torn between past and present and afraid the truth will destroy her family, she sets out on a journey to another continent, but also to another time and another life. And then one of the first reviews said this is told across 2 timelines. Her past, where she is the eldest child of 3, struggling with her brothers, and then there's the present. So, yeah, the little blurb is like not super complete, but I remember liking it just from some reviews. So again, that past and present timeline, but here the past and present is the same character. Usually we see past and present 2 different characters and somehow they converge. So this is nice to see past and present of the same character, just to kind of see, because you know where she ends up. So it's interesting to see what brought her there, or what may be different, or what she could have changed or not changed, but you can't really change things. There's that whole time travel paradox. You can't change things. Still one of the things, I just finished the Marvel Avengers Universe series, and I was like, you can't do that! I don't want to say what happened, but at the end, and maybe I missed it, but I was saying to myself, you can't go do that, because then you've changed time and certain things would not happen. Hello, do you agree with me? You watched all of the Marvel movies with me. Nah. Alright, so she is about to come lay on the laptop. There's her ear. There are her ears. There she is. Which means it's time for us to go grab our tea and get into bed and relax. I think she had her dinner just now. That's where she went. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear her purring, but she's a good little girl. She's purring right above the microphone. I think that's a great way to end our lovely Tuesday with the cat purring for everybody. Yeah. I have nothing else to say because this is just capturing my heart. So, don't forget to let me know what you've been reading. I'd love to know what you have been reading, what you loved, what you didn't like. Always interested to hear. I read the professional reviews. I get to read the books that I have time to read, and I read all of these blurbs, but, you know, I, I enjoy being able to hear how the real readers out there actually feel about the book. So always let me know what you've been reading. I love to hear about it. Okay, and we need to end this video because she's about to step on all the keys. So enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the nice weather, and I'll see you all soon. Happy reading. Bye.